to several people to film this film, and I was wondering, what's the one thing they all have in common? The one thing that the five of them have in common?
There are two things in common, I would say. One, circumstances came into their lives and turned them upside down. And the second thing they have in common is they had the ability inside of themselves to come out. They're retrievable. They had hope. They had the good fortune, the karma to come in contact with Hogarth, who has the technology to help them and the ability to help them. And it's not like just giving them money. It's retrieving them as human beings in terms of their hearts and their minds and their ability to reestablish dreams and possibilities of a future.
Un acompañamiento, ¿no? Porque claro, tú al final las personas están muy perdidas y aun aparte de darles solo una vivienda, tienes que tener un acompañamiento para volver a tu ser, a restablecerte en la sociedad, a encontrarte, digamos, porque la calle es muy dura y recuperarte es complicado, sobre todo si pasas más de 6 meses en la calle. I'm talking about if you spend more than 6 months on the street, then something clicks. So, hay algo que te cambia.
Very hard to come back. Very hard. I've seen this all over the world. The same thing.
In London, in
UK, East Germany, it doesn't matter. US, it's something about the way the human mind is and heart is constructed. 6 months of being on the street, the wiring completely changes. And it makes it very difficult to come back. So the work that we should be doing, all of us, is keeping people off the streets to begin with.
Sobre todo es bueno también para nuestras taxes, ¿no? Tax-wise, it costs us less, nos cuesta mucho menos.
Way less.
Tener una persona, darle un hogar y que tenerlos en la calle, de verdad. Nosotros como...
We had something I was associated with in New York City, where there was a special fund, a secret fund, that we accessed. And it was very clear that if people were not able to pay the rent on their homes, their apartments, whatever it may be, we would help them stay in, because it would cost 10 times that, 100 times that, if they lost their residences. The emergency services, the police services, the fire services, whatever it may be, that would have to kick in to help these people.
Even the shelters, Richard. Even the shelters
yeah,
that we
of
are
course.
paying for. I mean, it's definitely not sustainable. Y no es sostenible y no llega a ningún... O sea, no podemos erradicar el sinhogarismo.
So keeping people in their homes, number one.
Also, one of the persons says, like, one day you are okay and the other day you are on the street, living on the street. And I was wondering, because in Spain we have a very important housing crisis, and I was wondering, what do you think about this situation in Spain, and if you think the youth that they can afford a house, this can develop in sinhogarismo?
Claro, es que, ¿sabes lo que pasa? Que lo que estábamos intentando decir también y hacer ver con este documental es que estos problemas que ellos tienen son los problemas de la sociedad, que al final son los problemas que nos influyen a todos. La vivienda asequible, que es lo que estábamos hablando antes, políticas de prevención. Estos son problemas que a raíz de ellos ya estas personas han acabado en la calle. Y te puede pasar a ti, a mí, nunca sabes. Es decir, estábamos hablando de Pepe, 63 años, con 63 años acabó en la calle. ¿Por qué acabó en la calle? Pues a raíz de COVID se quedó sin trabajo. Él tenía 2 o 3 trabajos y se quedó sin trabajo. No pudo pagar su apartamento, tenía su mujer. Un horror, una tragedia tras tragedia, y se vio abocado a la calle. Y la verdad que esto nos puede pasar a todos. Queremos hacer ver que esto no es tan lejano y bueno, crear también un sentido de empatía y de compasión social, ¿no? Porque, como decíamos, el sinhogarismo no define a la persona sin hogar, sino que nos define a nosotros como sociedad.
What was that question that you were asking, that you were answering?
The question was if you think the actual crisis, housing crisis in Spain can
Is it crazy?
develop.
Crisis.
Crisis in Spain because young people cannot afford a house. So it's about politics. It's about having an affordable housing also for young people. They're buying their first home.
Well, that's why you need partnerships with the banks. And many years ago, we were trying to establish that the banks had control of a lot of housing. And if we had partnerships between government, banks,
Government, very
housing,
important, Richard.
but all of those working together. I mean, the banks can get some kind of breaks from the government. The banks can give, at affordable prices to kids as well as homeless people. But they have to work together. You can't expect one sector to be carrying the burden of all this. But we can do it together. It's not an insurmountable problem.
When we were at the Goyas, one of the main things that everybody was talking about was housing.
Kids don't have places.
And
Young people, young families don't have places.
Spain is growing, and people cannot afford their homes. How can that be?